Hello everyone. We're going to work on a Delta Blues project for Black History Month, featuring Sister Rosetta Tharpe, who influenced a lot of musicians, including today's musician, Justin Johnson, who has a very good revenue source on YouTube. First, I'm going to delete the background. There's several ways to delete the background. I'm going to use the magnetic lasso tool, Polygonal Lasso Tool, and eraser. And I'm going to clip around him. I could create a mask, but this is the way I choose to do it because I don't want to save the image underneath. So this is a press release that Justin has on his website. So once that background is deleted, then I'm going to work on Sister Rosetta Tharpe and focus on her background. Use the magic eraser lasso tool, and I want to keep the image of her, and also want to keep the shadow of that image to create a ghost effect on the final product without a deep shadow. And so working through Justin, I think everything has turned out perfect with him. I'm going to fine tune around his hands and his jacket. That is shaping up nice. Rosetta Tharpe became famous when it was very difficult for women to become famous during the era by singing and using the guitar. And I love the photo I found online of her in the National Archives. And so I want to keep that shadow. I'm going to blend it in using various selection tools. I'm going to take the eraser, change the opacity, the flow, and the hardness, and just focus on making that lighter. Eventually, I'm going to use the Polygonal Lasso Tool, copy and paste it, and put it on a different layer. And so this is shaping up nicely. I'm going to check the curves. I think the photo is perfect. And so we've got that background changed. And when you start a project, don't be afraid to retake. So I'm adding a blue background with some musical notes. I'm going to blend that in. I want that shadow to come through. And so don't be afraid to try and make mistakes and then try again. And so I had to clip her out twice. And I think it turned out well. Made a mistake on the guitar, and so I go back with the clone stamp and I fill that in. And so this part of the project I think is perfect. It's got some alignment issues, and I'm going to adjust the alignment, reshape, size, make larger. I found some texture background online. I'm going to blend that over the blue background with musical notes, multiply in the layers panel. So those musical notes came out perfect. And so let's change the hardness, opacity. Now I'm going to take the Polygonal Lasso Tool after doing some blending with the eraser, and I really want to work this background, not have it stand out super, but I want a slight fade on it. So alignment is straightened out. So now, as a student learning Photoshop, blending, you want to create contrast, work on your alignment. We're going to create a clipping mask with the words Delta Blues now. I found some bright musical notes online. I'm going to paste that image over Delta Blues. I'm going to right click in the layers panel, create clipping mask. And I think it's turned out perfect. I love that the keyboard notes and saxophone is in there. And when Rosetta Tharpe was touring, she often went to churches to play because they passed a collection plate around. She felt safe as a woman traveling, and she's very successful. So after blending, I think this has turned out perfect. So I love the Delta Blues. I love the way her image turned out, and I love that Justin Johnson has the full color current musician, and her photo I found in black and white, and so that creates a nice contrast. I think it really portrays how she influenced music today, and the way that she played music is still being heard today. So I pulled the Polygonal Lasso Tool and clipped out the shadow because I wanted it layered below Delta Blues. And so to create that layer, and I think it made for a more polished poster. So once that alignment is fixed and layered, I'm going to bevel, emboss, contour. I'm going to add a drop shadow just because when I print it, I want it to stand out. And I think this is perfect. So working with the alignment, I think we've really followed the rules of thirds. With Delta Blues, she is in 2/3 of the image. Now I'm trying to paste some F-holes that match her guitar. I'm going to rotate, blend that into the background, layer it behind her, and I want those to match the F-holes on her guitar. I think that's going to bring in repetition in the design. From the musical notes on the left to the f-stop in her guitar, I think your eyes move up and down, left and right. So when you're practicing design, think repetition. I'm going to create some contrast with Delta Blues. So all we have left to do, I'm not satisfied with the word Delta Blues, I'm going to add a white stroke to it also. So it's got a glow, white stroke. It's beveled, contoured. The outer glow has a nice hue coming from it. And so now I'm going to put the quotation mark. I like to use 1 instead of 2. I'm going to lay my burden down. I'm going to change the opacity so it blends in a little more. And here goes the final product. So click like and subscribe and Photoshop something today that you're proud of. And practice, 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 and the better you get, you will feel rewarded. And enjoy the final product and Photoshop something today. Thanks.